So we're about 500 metres up the hill now from the SWCC hut, and that's the top entrance to the OFD cave system. So, are you ready to head underground?
Pretty much.
Excellent. Well, let's go and get the door open. Okay, let's just take a seat here and let our eyes adjust for a minute. So that's the OFD top entrance we've just come down. And the trip we're going to do today is we're going to head down this passage and then down a passage called Gnome Passage and down into Salubrious Streamway.
Okay.
And then we're going to end at a formation called the Trident, which is quite a famous formation in the cave.
Okay, so how much of a system are we seeing today?
We're seeing some of the bigger passages, but the actual total amount of cave we're seeing today is probably less than a kilometre, and I think the whole cave system is about 50 kilometres long. So we're only actually seeing a tiny snippet of the cave system.
So if this is top entrance, I assume there's a bottom entrance.
Yes, there is. Well, there's two more entrances to the system. There's the OFD1 entrance, which is near the Resurgence, and then there's another entrance in a quarry just by the caving club hut that we're staying in, called Cumdur, and that joins the system about halfway between here and the bottom entrance. So there's three entrances to the system in total, but this goes into these higher level passages directly.
Cool.
So, should we head on and see what's along there? Gets bigger just ahead. So this is Gnome Passage.
Alright. Is this it?
Well, let me just turn my light up. So we've come down from Gnome Passage. Just be really careful on your left here.
What is this?
That is a calcite formation called the Wedding Cake, for obvious reasons. So you've just got to be very careful not to touch it on the way past.
Where are we going now?
Now we are going to carry on down this passage into Chasm Passage, and then we'll turn off from that down to Salubrious Streamway, and that takes us down towards the Trident, which is where we're headed today.
Okay.
Should we carry on? Okay, just take it really steady down these boulders, they're really slippy and steep.
I can see.
And there's a good foothold just down there. Excellent. Okay, down into the corkscrew. So this is the top of the corkscrew here. So you just want to be really careful stepping down here. There's quite a big drop, and then we're going to spiral down through the blocks.
Right. Some of my down.
Okay, so we'll just step down onto here.
Sure thing.
And then step down onto this block here.
Right.
So a little bit further. And you're down, and then just follow me down through these boulders. Here we are down at Salubria Streamway.
Where did it go?
So all the water in this little streamway flows in that direction and ultimately ends up down at the OFD main drain. Now what we're going to do is we're going to follow it down a couple of 100 metres in a very nice passage, and then we're going to turn off on the left towards the Trident. So should we start following the water downstream on our way and make our way to the Trident? So this is what we've come all this way to see. This is the Trident formation. And this is an enormous stalactite that's formed by the water dripping down, depositing a little bit of calcite with each droplet. And this probably isn't the best or prettiest formation in the whole of the cave, but it's certainly one of the most well visited, because only just 30 metres back, of course, we've just come from Salubria Streamway, and most cavers going on some sort of adventure into this cave go down Salubria Streamway, and in passing they pop along here and see the Trident.